Hi everyone, my name is Professor Nunn, and I will be your instructor for the history of African art. So what you're looking at now is what you will see when you come into Blackboard. I have it set up on Student Preview. So if we look at the side over here, you'll notice the first thing will be the announcements. And since this is completely an online asynchronous class, meaning we never meet in person, I will send out quite a few announcements in this class. Next is contact information, the syllabus, assignments, discussion board, and your current grade in a class. Okay, so let's go through each one of these. Announcements, that's what you'll come, it's like the landing page when you come into the class. So what I have up for announcements right now are my office hours. So on Tuesdays, starting on August 29th, I will hold 1 hour of online office hours from 11:30 to 12:30. If this is not a time that you are able to meet, you have another class, you're working, whatever, and you still would like to have a Zoom meeting with me, then please email me, and I'm more than willing to set up a different time to speak to you. You can also email me, and I will get back to your email as soon as I am able. I try to do it every day, but I do teach at a number of schools, a number of classes, so please be patient with me with that. Then, and here's the link for the Zoom office hours. Okay. Then underneath that in the announcements, since this is a class about Africa, and it's a lot of information, I try to really go across the entire continent of Africa. We will start in the north here, actually up here, go across, and then move down the continent. And so I would assume that many of the countries you're familiar with, but there are probably some that you are not familiar with, and perhaps some of them you don't have any clue where they are on the map of Africa. So you won't get tested or quizzed on where countries are, but I would like you to refer to this map when we're jumping around the continent, talking about different countries or areas, and become familiar with them. So that's all that's in announcements at this point. The contact information. Here is my contact information. This is my QCC email, so you can email me directly using this. And here's actually, I have a website if you want to look at some of my work. I am started as a visual artist, but then I also have a degree in art history and another degree in art theory. So I teach studio classes, I teach art history classes, I teach a lot of things related to art. Here is the syllabus, and I have it up here two ways. You can download the syllabus here and print it, or I have it embedded here in case you have a problem downloading it or just you want to access it quickly. So let's go through this very quickly. I've got my office hours listed there again. There are no textbooks required for this class. I use online resources that are free, public domain resources, or what we call the OER, the Open Educational Resources. I have a couple of books here, recommended, not required. So this class goes from, prehistory, ancient art, all the way up to what is art of today, contemporary art, throughout the entire continent of Africa. It's a huge amount of information to cover in one semester. I try my best. The way the class is organized, instead of doing it by time period, I do it by area. So as I just said when I was showing you the map, we start in the northwest part of Africa, and we go from, rock images all the way up to contemporary art. And then we move on to the next section and we do the same thing. So we do it by section, from the oldest images to images of today. And I think that you can read through this on your own. I'm not going to take the time in this video to read through this, but I do have a statement here for students, and I do mean this quite literally. You know, I'm open. I try to be very inclusive in my classrooms to, you know, ethnicity, religion, gender orientation, whatever that might be. So if you have a religious holiday that's preventing you from doing some work, please let me know. If you have certain pronouns you want to be referred by, let me know, okay? Or anything else that would fall into that, please let me know. Also, if you have accommodations, time and a half on tests or anything like that, please let me know right away so I can work with you on all of that. Make everyone feel as comfortable as they can feel and to do the best in the class that they are able to do. So here is how the class is broken down for assignments and grades. You will have 4 tests. They're kind of like unit tests. We go through a number of weeks and then you have a test. And then we go through a number of weeks, you have a test. And for those tests, I give you a study guide. You know what's on the test before you open up the test. They're timed tests, and I give you the study guide usually at least a week in advance, so you have time to prepare for it, and then I will explain this when we get to the tests, everything. You have a research paper to do for this class. So the first thing is the research topic. You'll pick your topic of research, and that will be a contemporary artist who is either living in Africa or has ancestral roots to Africa, let's say that way. And I have a list of approved people. If you know of somebody that's not on that list that you would like to research, reach out to me, please, and I will let you know if that person is okay to do your paper on. So you're going to write the research topic here to me, or the research thesis, telling me something about the artist, what you would like to research about that artist, and that will be explained in more detail later. Then you're going to write your research paper, submit it through Blackboard, and that's, as you see, 15% of your grade. Now, reading and quizzes. I give weekly assignments, and sometimes it's a video you're watching, sometimes it's a reading assignment, and then you have a quiz on it. This ensures to me that 1, you're doing your homework, and 2, you're finding the most important information in the information that I'm giving you, and you're understanding it. These are untimed quizzes, and you may take them 2 times, and the highest grade counts towards your overall grade in the class. It's not supposed to be like a high stakes kind of pressure that you're taking these quizzes. Okay. So those are weekly. And then you have a discussion board, which is also a weekly discussion board. Now, the discussion boards, you have them for the week. At the end of the week, I expect them to be done, and there's no making those up. So if you miss them, you miss them, which is unfortunate because they build together to help you for the tests. The quizzes and the homework in general, I understand you're all busy taking other classes, you're most likely working, you may even have children. We have busy lives. So I do give you a little bit of leeway on the quizzes. If you don't get them done right away, make them up as soon as possible. The last day to turn in the quizzes for the semester will be December 3rd. That is a firm date. There will be no extensions past that unless, you know, you've had something really tragic in your life. Somebody's dead, somebody got cold, you got COVID again, and you're really sick. My husband just had COVID again for the 2nd time. So if something like that happens, reach out and let me know, and I can work with you as far as time to turn things in. Tests, you can't make up tests. Okay, quizzes, I explained you can have a little leeway with that. The tests, there's no reopening a test for you unless, again, you have been sick or something, you know, really tragic in your life has happened, something like that, and you've let me know, not at the end of the semester, saying, oh, can you open that test from 2 months ago? The answer is no. Okay, you have to be on top of these things. The paper will be marked down 2 points per day for each day it's late. So please be on top of that. And the last day to turn that paper in is December 10th, which at that time you'll have lost a lot of points on that. Okay. We know, no plagiarism, no copying, no cheating. This includes AI. We have a lot of AI available nowadays, such as ChatGPT. You may not use that for this class. If I find that you're using it for the class, then there'll be consequences. And plagiarism, cheating in general, it depends on an individual basis. It could range from getting a 0 for the assignment to actually getting expelled from the school, depending on exactly what you did. Okay, so don't put yourself in that position. All right. The calendar is all laid out for you like this. Each week I have for you what you are to be doing. And then I think it's easier, though, personally. It might be easier if you are like me. You, at the beginning of the semester, I do highly recommend this, you put down all the information for the semester on a calendar as to when like the papers and the tests are, and that kind of bigger part of your grade for all your classes. The assignments, though, this is how you're really going to find your weekly assignments. So I will open this up. And at the top is always all the important dates for everything. So you can actually copy it down this way too. These are the big things that you need to know. Extra credit 1, extra credit 2. If by October 15th at 11:59 p.m. you have finished all of the quizzes, all of the homework quizzes, you get a point added onto your grade. Doesn't matter if you got a 10 on the quiz. You did it. Then at the end of the semester, the same thing. If by December 10th you have finished all of the quizzes for the semester, you get an additional point added onto your grade. So technically, you can get 102 in the class. Then you have your research paper. This is up here for you, day 1. So you're going to, by October 1st, you're going to be picking the artist that you are researching or who you are researching. And then if you click on this, then you'll see all the information about the paper. And I'm going to make another video about that, but this is where you will be submitting your paper. I see I'm running out of time to be able to upload this to YouTube, so please go on to the next video, and there you will find the rest of the information.